very good friends with Sensei Benny.
Right.
And one of the things that happens in the dojo is that people come in and bring in their kids or their grandkids, and they just want to see him. They don't want to bother him. And really where I want to go with this is, are there many people like that left in the world?
No, this is the era what I call the last of the Mohicans. You know, there's that movie Last of the Mohicans. There's an era of people, warrior groups that are. This is the last of them. But every once in a while somebody comes to the studio. Grandpa brings a grandson. They come to the studio, and you could tell, like they come in so politely, so peacefully, and I walk up to them and I go, "Sir, can I help you?" And they go, "Oh, we just want to watch Sensei Benny." No, of course, come on in. And I go to them and I go, "I'm going to get him to come and take a picture with you guys." And the grandfather looks at me like, no, you don't need to do that. Like, we're not here for that. We're not here to take a picture with him. I just want my grandson to feel the presence of a warrior, right?
Right.
And these days, most people want, let me take a picture. Let me take a picture. Let me, make me feel important versus really be mindful about what am I learning from his presence.
Yes.
Right? And some of the stuff that he's done, I never forget. I don't know if you remember. There was a couple years ago, maybe more than a couple years. The Somalians or something. They hostage. They took like 200 girls in high school.
Oh, that's right.
They took hostages, right?
Yeah.
I remember that morning because I took my daughter to school. And I came back and I was sitting down and Sensei Benny came and I was just pissed, man. I'm going, here I am dropping my daughter to school and I hear this. Some Somalian group took 200 hostages, girls, And I'm thinking to myself, fuck, oh my God, I'm just so upset, right? And Sensei Benny comes and I tell him, and he looks at me, he goes, don't they have warriors? And I said, I don't know, Sensei. He goes, let's go. And I went, what do you mean, Sensei? He goes, let's go. Let's go do something about it. Let's go over there. I'm like, Sensei, we're talking about Somalia. This is not down the street. I was, my thinking was, can I donate money to a cause, or can I? His was, let's go over there. You know what I mean? And you don't hear that much anymore, right? We try to help in our own way, but for him to just have that mentality, like, let's go. This is not right. I need to do something about this. And for, again, Sensei is such a great teacher, but that moment made me feel like, oh my God, like this is, look at that reaction of a warrior. Right. And if he was like at the same time, since we can't go, then we're not going to worry about it. Right. I can't do anything physically about it. Right. I can educate myself, but I'm going to call my daughter.
Right.
I'm going to go teach better self-defense classes.
Right.
I'm going to, but more importantly, here's a good one. He always tells me, remind your kids and remind everyone how grateful they should be. That we wake up in the morning to this beautiful country with all this stuff, and I wasn't lucky enough to be born in this country. I was born from another culture, proudly from Iranian culture. But still, this is the to be so grateful to be able to get up in the morning and do what you want to do when you want to do it is the greatest gift of all, because there are 100 million people out there who live who would die to have this life.
Absolutely.
And for me to be upset because my daughter dropped her phone and broke it, and she had a nervous breakdown. For a 16-year-old to have a nervous breakdown where she's shaking like it's the world ended. I was like, well, AT&T store is not open, so you have to wait till tomorrow. She couldn't wait, so I had to give her my phone, and she had to change the user and password so she can get into whatever social media she had to get to. So she was calm. I'm like, oh my God, what's the new addiction these days? This is the new heroin.
Absolutely.
So anyway. Sensei Benny reminds me of that, all the time, of the warriorship attitude, and be mindful, And when things happen, think about what's the purpose of this thing.